Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of He Said, She Said. It's your boy Zeus and your girls Jade. How's it going, Jade?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
Good.
Just enjoying our new theme song there from the great Ryan Lund, Niagara Music Award-winning Ryan Lund. Thank you for the new song there. That's also put up, I want to make sure I get this right, produced by P8E Music and written and performed by Ryan Lund. So thank you very much. Good job there. And yeah. Hey guys, what's up, Ronnie? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Jumping in early here. So, folks, this week we are talking natural disaster movies and then reviewing movies that star our favorite actors. So this week, when it goes to the favorite actors, I chose Charlize Theron. Went with Atomic Blonde for you.
Mm-hmm.
You went with Leo DiCaprio. Gave me Gatsby. And then with our natural disaster movies, we went with, you gave me The Impossible, hence the tsunami behind me here. And what the hell did I give you?
You gave me The Day After Tomorrow.
I gave you The Day After Tomorrow, Jake Gyllenhaal, and
Emmy Ross, yeah.
Yeah, and Mr. Quaid,
Mm-hmm.
Jack Quaid's daddy, Dennis. Yeah, so it'll be fun. This is going to be a fun one for us to review. I'm excited to see what you think of these movies because I find that I kind of feel like this is the first week, and I don't want to influence your scores at all. I hope this doesn't influence your scores, but I feel like this is the first week where I didn't give you two like knock it out of the park movies because that's what I've given you before, and I do think like I really do like Atomic Blonde. But I don't know if that's going to be your cup of tea. So I am excited to see that. Girls, depending on Zeus's face swap. What? Ron, I don't do female face swaps. That just
be your B-I-T-C-H, cause that's what you gonna call me when I'm tripping anyway. You know you can't control me, baby.
What?
That was disturbing in many different ways.
Why? Because it was already set up? Or is it?
Both.
Like I said, I had some shit already set up. See, LOL, exactly. Don't feel bad, though, Jade, because I didn't really leave you out of this too much. You're going to be talking about Atomic Blonde, though. You're going to give us the first review of Atomic Blonde. We do.
I'm going first. No, I'm scared.
Hey, what's up, Nate? How you doing?
Hi, Nate.
Alan said, what? I'm sorry. Just for those that are just joining, in case you missed it.
Be your B-I-T-C-H, cause that's what you gonna call me when I'm tripping anyway. You know you can't control me, baby.
What happened?
Zeus, you
What
only
happened?
got a body that good, okay?
Listen, I got the picture of you from earlier.
Oh.
Clanny making an early appearance. Nate says no. Alan's loving it. Speaking of Nate keeps us all up to date with how things are going here. He is our super fan. So last week, he set this up for us. Last week we did martial arts movies. I did the movie Jade Warrior. I gave it a 6.5. Jade, you had the movie Warrior. Not that that's too confusing at all. And you gave that an 8.5, which is a great score. Great movie. And then we did Robin Williams movies. I gave you Good Will Hunting. You gave that a 9.5, which is awesome. And you gave me Merry Frickin' Christmas, which I gave a 4.5. It wasn't freaking awesome. Clanny! Get Jade. We are going to get Jade. Don't you worry, brother. Don't you worry. Some other stuff here. Jade's top film so far, you got a 3-way tie with 9.5s. You got Die Hard, Shawshank, and Good Will Hunting. All fantastic movies. 2 out of 3 of them deserve a 9.5. And your lowest came with Catwoman, which you gave a 1, which is the absolute lowest score we've given. That's even lower than White Chicks.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of White Chicks, that's my lowest score with a 1.5 if you're looking from bottom to top. My top film, though, was a tie for 9, and that was Halle Berry's The Call and the Denzel Washington movie, Remember the Titans. Great freaking movie. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Die Hard, right? Hey, we're not going to hate on her for that because Die Hard is one of my all-time favorite movies, honestly. I don't think it's the greatest movie of all time, but it's my favorite movie of all time, which I think is a big difference. Now, so Titans wasn't, yeah, exactly. Alan says Titans was an awesome flick. It sure was, brother. Now, you're going to be reviewing the movie Atomic Blonde for us, starting us off here.
Mm-hmm.
I got a quick clip from the movie if you guys want to check it out here. Atomic Blonde.
99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. Jeden Mann für Fuß aus dem All.
What? You know what I can't believe about that is how much that makes you look like Daisy Ridley. Like when I first did the face swap, I'm like, oh my god, that's Daisy Ridley as Charlize Theron. That was me fucking around. That's Jade as.
Honestly, I'm actually not too mad about that. I think I looked pretty good.
90
That would look bad, eh?
Luftballons auf ihrem
I think I could pull it off.
Yeah, I think you could too. But you look like Daisy. Like it looks like Daisy Ridley right there. I'm not even joking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
I'm actually not mad about that one.
Well, you shouldn't be.
I feel like there's another one though that I'm not gonna like.
Now I'm going to look for some fucked up ones for you.
Oh, great.
One of the best, but not Christmas movies, but always watched. Die Hard. Oh yeah, exactly. And yeah, it does fit with her. That I'm telling you, I look like her. All right, so let's get into Atomic Blonde. We're doing our favorite actors. So I gave you Charlize Theron because she's one of my favorite actors, if not my favorite actor on the planet. And I gave you the action movie Atomic Blonde, in the vein of John Wick, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine these two as parents?
That would be sick, in all honesty.
Like, really? I want to see that family movie where they're the parents, and I want to see what they're. Oh my God, Spy Kids, but rated R. Damn! Somebody make that movie. Make that movie right now.
Seriously.
Oh, geez. I just had to stop by to say that Catwoman is the GOAT. Stop it, Jordan James. Stop it right now. But go make sure you check out the Jordan James Show on YouTube and all other social media. First episode's out there. Great show. Power of positivity there, man. And do a Harley. Like Harley Quinn? I don't know. All right.
Was Harley Quinn for Halloween?
Oh, say do a Harley Quinn face swap. I could do that. I could. All right. So tell us about Atomic Blonde. And what
Okay, yeah. So, I thought the actors like Charlize Theron, I thought James McAvoy, like I thought the actors in this film were fantastic throughout the whole thing. I loved how throughout the whole film it was, action, and you're right, like it was like a John Wick kind of film, where there's action throughout the whole film, and she played the character so well. Like she played such a strong and independent woman, which I mean, to all my sisters out there, but seriously, this film honestly was so exciting throughout the whole entire film, and it had like I said, like so much action, which I love. Like it's not like one of those action films where like it takes forever to lead up to that point, or to go to the end, and go to that point. Like nothing was boring throughout this whole entire film. The whole film I thought was amazing. And it was one of my favorite spy films, I will say.
Oh, come on.
It wasn't my absolute favorite spy film, but and that's not to say like what Zeus was saying beforehand, just to clarify. Um, but it was one of my favorites, and I truly did enjoy this film altogether. I thought the graphics were great. I thought like it was actually better than the other. Not like I don't want to say it was better than the other film. I'll give my review on the other film, but I'm talking graphics wise. I thought that was much better than the other film. Um, and I thought everyone did a great job in this film. I thought the actors did a great job, the directors, the editors, like everyone that worked on this film did a fantastic job. So I really did enjoy it altogether.
So all that.
You are so cool.
Whoops. This was supposed to be a.
What did I do to you?
Are you serious?
See, at that point, I had to just keep it going, but I didn't mean for it to start playing yet. I wanted to like save that
Cut
for
me
later.
off. I know too. No, I'm just kidding. It's
I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. But yes, please. Great action, great movie. What is your score? What do you give this out of 10?
For this film, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Well, that's decent. That's not
Yeah.
bad. And it really was a good action movie. I don't think Nate agreed with you. Ron liked the Harley Quinn though. Nate says no, Jordan, to Catwoman. And I thought Atomic Blonde was good. Theron shoots, punches her way out of a bad situation. Great choreography, 5.5 out of 10. And you gave it 7. So, yeah, not too far off. You definitely liked it better than Nate did, though.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sure part of that was sold because of, your video.
True. This is kind of irrelevant, but I was just going to show. See, I did do Harley Quinn for Halloween.
Wait. Hang on a second. I got to do the solo layout so people can see it. All right, nice.
See?
There you go, folks.
Pulled it off. Anyway.
That doesn't get our Patreon going. Right on. Well, I'm glad you liked the movie, though. It's a lot of fun.
No, it was a good movie altogether.
Have you seen Magpie, Jade?
I don't know what that is.
No, I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I'm not too sure either. All right. Well, there you go. So, 7. Flat 7, right? Not 7.5?
7.5.
7.5 out of 10. There you go, Nate. Hope you're keeping score, buddy. We know you are. So, you gave me the movie Gatsby based on the American classic The Great Gatsby, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Tobey Maguire, Joel Edgerton. This is a powerhouse movie. Magnum PI, he was trying to say, TV show. This is a powerhouse cast. And it's a big budget. And this was, there's some really good acting in this. But there's just something about this movie that just, I don't know what it is about Great Gatsby, because it should be fun. And these, like I said, they're all great actors here. Tobey Maguire's character in here, the narrator or the author, basically, Nick. You want to feel sorry for him. It feels like they're trying to make you feel sorry for him. But I never, ever get there with him. And Leo, we barely see Leo at all in this movie. I shouldn't say we barely see him at all. We don't see him very much in the beginning until he starts running around behind Tom's back with Tom's wife. And Joel Edgerton is really, really good in this movie as well. But again, it's almost like they're trying to paint him as a douchebag and as like the bad guy in the movie, but I feel bad for him more than I do for any. Well, really though, because it's
Okay, all right.
Not totally bad for him, but like, come on, like he's cocky, but he didn't deserve everything that happened to him. I don't know. It's a weird movie for me, honestly. I honestly had a hard time getting through it because I I felt that it moved really slowly at a lot of parts, and this was almost a 2.5 hour movie, which if you're not the Avengers, I'm having a hard time sticking with you for that long. No, but that being said, like I said, the acting is good. The cinematography is great. This scene was kind of gut wrenching, and even the final scene, Gatsby's death. Spoiler, but it's been out forever. Um, even when he gets shot and Toby's on the phone there, what's going on? Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
And then they even change it from the book though, because like I don't remember him in the book. Like it's been a long time since I read the book, but I don't remember him going in the asylum in the book. I think that's something they only did for the movies to try to like make you sympathize a little more with Tobey Maguire's character.
Hmm.
But yeah, Leo, Ryan's fave. Leo is not my fave. He's one of my like I do like him a lot. I think he's a great actor. Um, but that being said, I know it doesn't sound like I really like this movie. And I did. I want to give it respect for, they took on a literary classic. These are all strong actors, and they all put in really strong performances. Cinematography is great, and directing's great, but it's just blah. The whole movie for me is just kind of like, okay, can we get through this one? um,
Okay.
No, and I'm saying all that sounds like I'm shitting right on it, but even with all that being said, I can't ignore the acting, like the great acting, the great cinematography, and the directing. So I will give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Book may be longer. I don't think the book is. Well, it could be. Well, yeah, it's a book, right? So it's always going to be longer and have more stuff. But that's what I'm saying. In the movie, they added the asylum scene because I don't think that was in the book at all. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. It's like it's been fucking forever since I read that. I don't know. Maybe Nate did. Yeah. Well, Nate, I love the novel. It is tough to live up to any classic. The colorization, I wasn't a fan of. Agree. 6.5 is good. Yeah. Yeah. Like I thought it was a decent movie. Now, Nate, you read the novel as well. Did did Nick ever go in an asylum in it, like at the ending, like Tobey Maguire did? Because I mean, I'm old, so and I smoke a lot of weed, so maybe I just forget it. But I
Uh,
don't know. I still stand with a 6.5, and I think to that I say cheers. What? What? Did not see that coming.
yes, I did. You're predictable. I'm just kidding.
No, you're right. They hit all the high points. They allude to that, yes, but not explicit. Yeah, see, it's been so long since I read it. I wasn't really sure. But yeah, all right, cool, cool. We're getting some messages on Facebook as well. But yeah, so that's my score there. Now, I need to like turn my Facebook off because I'm getting a whole bunch of these. There we go. We're good. So now we're going to double back into our disaster films. And in our disaster films, you gave me the movie Impossible, The Impossible. Wait, before we hit that.
Oh, yes. It's beautiful.
You look like Daisy Ridley there too. I don't get it. You don't look like Daisy Ridley though.
I know.
Like it's so weird, but in Reface, you look like Daisy Ridley.
Weird.
You're a Jedi, but not a Jedi. But getting back to it, all right. So,
I thought you were Leo. You look just like him.
oh, I get that all the time.
Absolutely.
All the time.
Younger
So
Leo.
yeah, The Impossible is the movie gave me, Naomi Watts, Ewan McGregor, and as we see right there, a young Tom Holland. That is Spider-Man right there. And we see a lot of his skills even back then because he's into parkour and stuff. So he does a lot of free running and stuff. And he was doing some of that in the actual movie. Like when they're at the beach, they show him doing like a little tumbling routine, which is pretty awesome. Um, so this movie is based on a true story. And man, this movie right away, like not even right away, like I would say like the first maybe five minutes or so, 5-10 minutes, not even, I'd say even longer than that, like first half hour of it, it's good, but it's nothing that's like taking your attention or anything. But soon as they get to that resort and they settle in, it's like right away it gets to it and you're like, oh my god, when that tsunami first hits, it's like, I mean, everything is like pounding. You see this right here, Tom Holland seeing it coming, and then the next scene he's like jumping in the water, and I mean, it is such an emotional and it's an adrenaline ride. Like right there, from that first part right there, I'm playing video games online with other people, and I stopped. I shut my. I'm like I can't because it was so like you had to see what was going on, right? And I'm like I have to pay attention, and it was intense, and I didn't know. So I knew this was a true story. I didn't know who survived, who didn't, things of that nature. So the entire movie, I'm like, the only person that I knew that survives in this movie is Tom Holland. And the only reason why I knew he survived is because I had heard somewhere that he had died. And I said that to somebody before I watched the movie. They're like, no, what are you talking about? So I was like, oh, shit. So I knew that he was going to stay alive. But what an emotional ride this movie is. Like, throughout the entire thing, from the very first, like, you think when Ewan McGregor takes the two youngest boys into the pool, we don't see them again for like at least 45 minutes, like the next 45 minutes. So you're under the assumption they are dead. And you see Tom Holland and Naomi Watts somehow find each other. But they're in this fucking current, this like whitewater rapids almost, right? And trying to be able to get to each other. They kept getting separated. And she was all messed up, had so many different injuries. You're just waiting for like somebody like just end their suffering. And it was just, oh my God. He did some of his own stunts on Spider-Man, not on this though. Watching this film this week, I was absolutely blown away. Tom Holland's performance, I can only equate to Leo and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Just child actor masterclass. McGregor and Watts brought their A games oppressed for the first time in a minute by film 9.10. Let me just say, I fucking concur when it comes to Tom Holland in this. I mean, I cannot get over how great of an actor he is. Now, Tom came from the stage. I will say this till I die. Stage actors are always better actors than people who just only know film. Like there's nuances for film, for being subtle, but I mean for getting emotional and be able to get to those places, that's a theater person, a theater nerd, if you will. But yeah, Tom was fucking great. And so they meet up with each other.
The mom and the son, yes.
The mom and the son, and they finally, kind of get past, the tsunami, and all the work is kind of past them. They find another little boy, Daniel, I think his name is. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's just so much. And at first, she's like, "We got to go save this kid because he's stuck in a tree," I think. Or no, he was buried.
Well, they didn't know who it was, but she thought it could have been her other two kids. So the mother instinct, yeah.
Well, she said she didn't think it was her kid. She said, "What if that was one of your brothers? Wouldn't you want someone to help them?"
Yeah.
And that's when Tom Holland, and I mean, this whole movie was just about them going out and helping people, which I thought was just so freaking great. And yeah, so they finally find some solace. They get separated from Daniel. They find a hospital, get taken to the hospital, and oh my god, what a rough ride for her. I thought she was going to die like six or seven different times, honestly, going through that, and through the whole movie,
Hmm.
and then we finally find out that the dad and the two sons are still alive, and they're trying to find the mom and Tom Holland, which I mean, just there was so much going on, and all I kept thinking was, "There's no way this shit is true." Especially at the end when it came to when Tom Holland finds his brothers and finds Ewan McGregor, and you're like, they're how like the odds of all of them finding each other are just astronomical, and it was I mean, I'm me, so I was fucking bawling this entire movie. Like not like I'm just like tears down my eyes. I'm like, oh my god, no way, this is real.
Yeah.
And then when he finds the mom and she sees him and she's like, I can rest now. I'm like, oh, she's dead. She's dead. Like I thought for sure she was gonna die there. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. She went through surgery. She made it, and they flew them back to Singapore so she can go to a proper fucking hospital. Which so yeah, it was a very happy ending. Yes, Ron. Me as always. I cry. Whatever. Shut up.
I cried during this film too, though, and I never cry during films. So
I mean, it was so hard not to cry in this
yeah.
movie. I mean, if you didn't cry in this movie, like during this movie, if you watch this movie and you didn't cry, you got some issues. Like, and I don't mean that in the nice way. I'm kidding. Of course, I kind of mean that in the nice way. I guess.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Though. So, what would you give it out of 10?
So, what would I give this movie out of 10? I would definitely. I think, like, this is a beautiful movie. There was not one point in this movie where I was like, oh, well, that was a little fucky, like a little like what the hell. So, but I'm opposed to giving 10s as well. Yeah, I don't know if this is. I can't say that this is the best movie I've ever seen either, though. I'm gonna give it a 9, though. I'm definitely giving it a 9 out of 10. This was a really, really good movie. It deserves all the accolades and that family. Oh my god, I feel horrible for those people. I don't even know who they are. I'm trying to find. I actually downloaded the photos of the real people. I don't think I actually uploaded it, sadly. Which is what I was.
You are like if you look up the movie, you can look up the real people that.
No, yeah, no, I know that. I meant I had it for here so I could show the people
Gotcha.
watching at home. But I'm sorry, folks. I done fucked up, as I say. But yeah, that's my score for it. As I give them a 9 out of 10 for sure, for shizzle.
Yeah, I agree. This is honestly one of my favorite films, and the fact that it's a true story, I think, just makes it all better. So
It made it really hard to get through it.
mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, these poor people, they all got dead. They're all going to get dead by the end of it, is what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't happen, so that's good. Sorry, I'm still looking for that photo, but I can't find it. Anyway, so that's my score. So you're up next. Oh, wait, we got some comments here. Steve Lambert. What's the score, bitch? I said 9 out of 10, bitch. Spidey scenes. Spanish family. I don't get that. Oh, I think they are Spanish.
Yeah,
the direction had to be hard. I think it has to be hard to capture that realist view of natural reaction to a natural disasters. And you know, the one thing that I thought was really gonna kill the mom off the bat was where she was standing when the tsunami first hit, because she was right up against that glass. I'm like, that's gonna either like it's gonna shatter, and she's gonna get all sliced up, or she's just gonna get crushed right against it, and she's gonna get dead.
Well, and I mean, the one scene where, Tom Holland's character is kind of getting whooshed away from the tsunami and the mom goes to like chase him, she gets stabbed multiple times from different stuff. And then you kind of see her body like just face down in the water. So he thinks she's dead right there, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because I remember that because it was like,
Yeah.
no, don't you do that to me. Wake up, or whatever it was. Oh my God, that movie. The movie is so good, folks. If you haven't seen this movie, for real, go out, do yourself a favor, and go check it out because it is so good. And bring some tissues because you'll cry. Don't believe me?
I agree.
Trust me. Trust me. You's gonna cry like I did because that's what I do. As Ron so aptly put it, fucking Ron. Totally kidding. All right. So, what you got for us?
The day after tomorrow.
It's, Monday? You're talking about Monday, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a dad, and I have to make these dad jokes. And I'm also just trying to buy myself just a little bit of time so I could actually upload that photo because I found it. Yes, tell us about the day after tomorrow. What do you think?
Yeah. So, now one thing I will say about this film is even though it's a fictional film, I did love the fact that it basically, was trying to teach basic human beings about the importance of global warming and, why it's so important to care about our planet and why we need to take better care of it. Because even the beginning scene when the one guy is trying to tell, like, I think it was the head of corporation or something, that, like if they don't do something about like what was going on right then and there, then people were going to suffer, possibly not in like 30 years, but in like 60 years, 90 years from now. And no one was listening. And I think that's an issue to this. That's a real issue, like in this day and
For
age.
sure.
Yeah. I mean, to this day, like a lot of people don't care about it still, which is upsetting. So I do think it was a great lesson in that sense. However,
However, Jake Gyllenhaal looked like this the entire movie. Sorry.
yes.
He's so creepy.
I mean, okay, so I will say, like, there were a few things I did like in this film. Like, I liked the acting. I thought the actors were great. Jake Gyllenhaal, Emily Ross, like, I thought they were great actors throughout the whole film. I did not like the special effects, though. I did not like the graphics, like I said. Like, wasn't a huge fan of that. Like, the one scene where the one guy was holding on for dear life as, like, the floor was collapsing beneath him.
Right.
I mean, I'm not a filmmaker. Like, I'm not in film. I'm in broadcasting, but I'm not in film. So I can't say for sure. But to me, it just looked kind of fake, in all honesty. But again, I'm not in film, so maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But to me, it just kind of looked a little fake. Personally, also, like, for example, like The Impossible, that was more like touching to me than this kind of film. Which, I mean, this kind of film wasn't even meant to be sad per se, but
well, no, and even Chris Dullivan says it perfectly here. The Day After Tomorrow is a made-for-TV movie, or it should have been at least. The lessons learned in these movies is don't travel with Spider-Man. Well, that was with The Impossible. Oh, and this one is with Spider-Man's enemy.
Yeah, that is true.
Right. The effects were like a TV production.
Yeah. And I think especially for like these kinds of films, like I at least prefer more of like a true story kind of thing instead of like a fictional kind of movie. So that's what I have to say about that. But this movie had its ups and downs. I think there were some parts that were good, and then some parts I was like, I don't know, like wasn't a huge fan of that particularly. It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but it wasn't the greatest either.
Wasn't the worst. Anytime anyone says that, they didn't like the movie. Wasn't the worst. I was feeling like this.
But the thing is, I didn't hate it. It wasn't like Catwoman. Sorry, Jordan.
Just a popcorn movie for you.
Yeah.
Ron has an important question.
Yeah.
Is that a fan above your head or a light?
It's a fan and a light, but I have my other two lights on right now. Yes.
Nice. Nathan says, "I love this film as a fun watch. It's on TV. I don't change it. It has a great message, but cheesy way the story develops isn't the best. I have a fear of wolves, so that whole boat wolf chase was not up his alley. Well made though, 5 out of 10. So yeah, well now we know what Nate's saying. What about you? What are you saying? What's the mark you are giving this?
I mean, it was okay. Like I said, not my favorite. I would honestly probably give it like a 5.5.
5.5. Wow, nice. Well, that's a lot better than I thought it was going to get. Honestly, I'm not going to lie, and that's not a bad thing. Ooh, Chris coming in with a 3 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, I'm not hating on that either. So yeah, there you go. We've got our marks for this week. There you go. That was 5 out of 10 for you for the day after tomorrow. I gave the Impossible a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Which I agree with. Yeah.
The Great Gatsby or the Gatsby, I gave 6.5, 6.5 out of 10. And you gave Atomic Blonde, I think, 7.5.
Yeah.
7.5 out of 10. Awesome. And our favorite, our number one fan agrees. Clanny is not shocked. How do you not like Clanny? You love Clanny.
You know, I showed Clanny to some of my friends actually, and they were like, "What the heck is that?" Like,
Did you say it's Clanny, our
yeah, and then they were like,
mascot?
they were concerned. Yeah.
I want somebody to animate Clanny for us so that
For
he
a
can
kids'
talk.
TV show, that would scar them.
No, for our show. Listen,
That would scar me.
you know what might scar you?
Be a B-I-T-C-H, cause that's what you gon' call me when I'm tripping anyway. You know you can't control me, baby.
What rapper even is that?
Oh. Oh. It was on the Reface app. I'm like, I'm doing it.
Looks like it could be Cardi B or something. I don't think it is.
Clanfish!
Oh my god. No, Steve.
I'm heading back to my drunk scooter riding around Tulsa. You guys have a good night. Can't wait to see the topics you choose. My suggestions are favorite actress and biopics. Well, we did actress and actor. We kind of did the same thing.
I think we already have one category for next week, though, don't we?
I don't know. What was it?
It was what do you call it? Oscar winners or something?
Oh, because the Oscars are coming up. That's right.
Yeah.
So we have to choose Oscar-winning movies. So
No, we already did. I have them on my phone.
Oh, that we chose? Which
Yeah.
movies did we choose?
So we chose The Departure and Parasite.
The Departed.
Or The Departed. Oh, I have it as The
Sweet. I'm glad you remembered that. So there you go, Nate. We're going to be doing Oscar winners, and we always do a double bill. So if anyone has a suggestion for another theme for us, we'll hit that up. Avatars, but I got to pay for soon. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure.
It's okay.
Yeah. So, all right. So, I don't know. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? We could even go back and do some stuff that we've already done. We've done comedies, right?
Yeah, we've done comedies before.
We've done comedy, action. We've done rom-coms.
Yeah.
Oh, Patron. Patron.
What? Yes. Link down below.
Link down below. Oh, comic book movies, but I've seen them all, Ron. It wouldn't be
Yeah,
fair.
I'm a huge Yeah, I'm the same.
Mm,
Um, unless it was Catwoman, but even that wasn't comic.
right. Dark comedies.
Hmm.
Like what? Oh, Death to Smoochie. Death to Smoochie was a really good one.
Never even.
Robin Williams movie. Robin Williams, Ed Norton Jr. is messed up.
Hmm.
I like that one. But I don't know, like, do you know any dark comedies like that? Like any?
I can look it up.
Yeah, see what you're saying, because
Yeah,
I kind of like that idea.
I like that idea too.
Dark comedies. Where you be? And this is all, folks. We're doing this all. I'm doing this all for you while WrestleMania is going on. I'm just saying. That's how much I care about you, folks.
I love how Fat Man's on here.
That was a great movie.
That was not a not so great movie.
That was a great movie. Oh, I haven't seen that movie Happily. That's on there though. The Hunt. There's a bunch of these I haven't seen that I want to see. I haven't seen Freaky yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either, but I don't think they'd be that great to be quite honest.
Freaky?
Have you seen A Simple Favor with Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Have you?
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. Because it says well, yeah, it is a dark comedy, so. Too bad I haven't seen The Wolf of Wall Street, because I hear that's good. And I know you haven't seen that.
Have you ever heard of a movie called Smoking Aces?
No, I haven't.
That's your movie.
What's it called again?
Smoking Aces.
Okay.
Ryan's comic book, and Jade has to pick a comic book to read. Oh. Well, I got a bunch of comic books, but COVID. Can't do that.
It's a good idea.
I do.
Yeah.
So I'm down with that. You got yours. While Jade looks at that, let's look at some videos.
You are so cool.
What did I do to you?
Are you serious?
I was actually the stunt double for that film, so if it looks like that actually is me, I'm just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You know what? I think I'll give you A Simple Favor.
A Simple Favor.
Yeah.
A Serious Man is good too. I don't think I've seen that one, Chris. I don't know if I've seen that. So you're giving me A Simple Favor, and that's starring who?
Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively.
Oh, well, this is destined to be fantastic. Just kidding. I like Anna Kendrick sometimes. She should have been Squirrel Girl, though, in the Marvel Universe. Because she looks like a squirrel girl. So we're good. Oh my God, I don't think we've ever got everything set that quick. Are you frozen? You're frozen on me. Guys, is she frozen or am I frozen? I really don't know. Showing that I'm still here. I'm not seeing anybody else talking, though. No comments popping up. There we go. Liar, liar. Liar, liar wasn't really a dark comedy, though, right? Not sure what happened with Jade. Pretty sure she's just frozen. Yeah, I'm looking at it here. She's just frozen. Straight up frozen. Wow. The good thing about that is we finished the show anyways because we got all of our movies already set. We have our Oscar movies that'll be coming up. And we also have the last movies that we've chosen, the dark comedies. Thank you, Chris, for that. Oh, there she is. How are you there and there? See that?
I don't know. The thing is, I was backstage the whole time, And then you guys were telling me I was frozen, and I was like, "Hello!" I was like, "Can anyone hear me?"
How did you even get there? Frank, what's up, Frank? Check out the Hop This Way show. We do that show usually Tuesday nights. Check us out. We have stars from the show Warrior. Good times. And Frank's one of our panelists. And thank you, Ron. I feel like it was a pretty good show tonight as well. We got some good scores, and we're set for next week. You can see the link down there to join our Patreon as well. What do we got coming up? Oscar movies.
Mm-hmm.
Your Oscar movie is
The one that I gave you is Parasite.
right,
Yeah.
and I gave you the movie you couldn't pronounce.
Very funny. No, it's because it's not that I couldn't pronounce it. It's that I typed it in wrong.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. Just fucking with you. But yeah, so
No, I'm kidding.
So tune in for our Oscar movie review show next Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern time here. And as always, folks, if you want to join in the conversation, throw your comments in down below, and we will include you in our conversation with us and Ronnie. Anyways, good show. Thank you very much to everybody that watched. Big thanks to my co-host here, Jade, for being the co-hostess with the mostest. Thanks to our boy Ryan Lunn as well for our new theme song, which we're going to use to play us out. Hope you all had a good time and have a great weekend. Peace out. Ciao for now.